For the final week of the regular season, head coaches Mike Tomlin and John Harbaugh face off for the 31st time. It's the Steelers and the Ravens headed your way on EA Sports.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the inner harbor of Baltimore. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They're led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback in his 4th season from Wyoming, Josh Allen.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. On 2nd and 9, Allen. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a...
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Olivier Vernon. Credit him. Sack as he throws. Try down. Allen. And he finds... That's moved by Farrell. Inside the 15 before they... A big play there. Catch on.
This was a nice example of an offensive scheming his guy open, just a little underneath, just trying to space. It worked awfully. Got him not just space, but on after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
7 yards left and down. Ball. the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that nearly an interception here. Opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. Throwing is Allen on third. This is Gordon on the ball. That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there. Bond's kick is good. And the will jump out to a 3-zip. Well, after marching field, only getting 3 there, feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the marching. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that and put on the board.
And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage. Dropped at the 17. Here come the Ravens now for the first time. Leading him out the from Ohio State at 20 years. It's Justin Fields.
And his stat line last week, that's not good ball. Touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory, doing all the right things.
Counting down toward the midway point in 1. They'll run first safely. This, the second meeting between these division rivals. You might recall they met a year, and it was the Vikings getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And nothing much materialized on the first end. The line for 2, here's second. To throw is Fields. Complete.
Receiver preach to their guys all the time. Separation, now to play success. Very little, and I think they were actually fortunate. Only knocked away.
Fire this one deep for Hearns. Oh, and he's down deep into territory. So a extra on top of the big play.
For guys rushing the pass, you have to know all is gone, and if you listen, will tell you.
About his 1 yard, you dodge that first beat tackler, yard out of it. Barkley again. And he'll be stuck yard shy of the goal line after a play. So now things getting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost is a dark call, doesn't it? Survive fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go here. Who has a better line of scrimmage and see what's.
Barkley did of a yard, and it breaks fourth. It's defense, hold him out. Here we go now. 4-2. And he is into the end zone. Baltimore touchdown. Barkley, number 13 touchdown. And the Ravens have taken. So, and goal. Line one more chance to punch.
It certainly paid off. And how about the fact that they a lot of we see teams try and roll the give them a little run pass option and like a 2-point conversion. They went with a little bit more power and got it.
PA by Rosas. And a 7-3. The kickoff out on the field. Send this one away. On the return, it's Cohen. Alley to be Fridge was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. David Njoku, rest of the offense heading back out onto the field. And the pre-1,000 you like to refer to, my friend, is gravy time, right?
The they relax, bask. They think this is okay. We've done great players as high as they possibly can. And game the way.
Such a weapon. He just opens up around it.
You're the opposite receiver. You should expect a few passes get direction.
So scrimmage moves way across the come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll get complete to Cooper. And he's called, but not before getting inside the 35. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And hit. He lost the football. Points 1-2 and their defensive quarterback and knock the ball free.
Yeah, got to serve as a wakeboard to let the ball go and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here. When a play like that occurs, you know who covers it? Missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And they're not able to hook up.
Coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But he just threw that one over every play.
Now on 3rd and long. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Whatever you want, by all.
Out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Boswell's is good. And within a point at 7-6. Kickers now, it's like that used to be. You just expect them.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You shouldn't take them for granted. You want to hear it? They are more athletic about kickers. Trace their hits. Real-time athletes, all, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem. And the stake is certainly high as we get toward the regular season. Now they are holding a wild card spot, but they're of other teams in the NFC looking to take that.
The guys on the other side, they're on the outside looking in. No one likes to be in position. Not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
Looking again on 2nd down. And he finds his time.
That was a route run with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback on, and was able to make the sure catch. And Parker back to work.
Fields here pulled in by Guy. And get across midfield and Jay. Second quarter now. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it 10. Here's a give to and only managed to get a cut. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's 2nd and 8. A hand. Give him 3 on the run there. At a 3rd and 5. Fields. And Graham's got it over the middle. Will have a first down as they're able to get 3rd down conversion. Play action. Fields. Looking for the end zone. And it is incomplete. 2nd after the incompletion on 1st down. Gun snip over the middle and out inside the 15, shy of the 10.
To win, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really executed curl route.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing again. Finding time. End zone, but it's incomplete. Saquon Barkley. Broken could not free him as he's brought down at the yard line. The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Gun, field, and the Ravens touchdown. Allen Hurns, 5th touchdown now of the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every down success, more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
You know, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him we've seen him settle in now. The confidence of the team. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this gets good about what they... And it's also safe driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Sauce good with the extra. And set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just get a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. Fortunate to get points forward last time. They had to hit a really long field goal. So
kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled that we almost take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal. 3 points out of, they've got to feel that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense too. On second down once more. And for 5 up to the 33. A couple late ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. He's not going to even be close. He was blown out in the back. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th.
This defense really flew around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they get started. Offense got to come up. Thing else. Trying
on 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And he'll get this away into the icy winner. Fair catch and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens, the Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Steps away to his left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. One play action. They'll get that complete.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a holding on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. First down.
Play fake, now Fields to throw. That's into the hands of Dickinson, the tight end. A good rally to the football. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Fields now to throw. And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Defensively, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Up the screen to Barkley. And he is very close to a fumble from where they're spotting that football. He's going to be a foot or so short. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to play. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. This is away, but the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they move back onto the field. You would have to think they're going to make a priority to get him the football. Your Luke corner, he's been really.
I think all we have to do, it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, I'm in different spots. Do I try and isolate? Routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but quiet so far. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Allen to throw it. And the Raven pressure too much. sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This second and long. The handoff goes to Gordon, running left. And no to go there, just shy of midfield. The Steelers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Allen. That's to the right side and complete to Najee. 2 yards is all they get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it the second time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4, continues into the end zone. It's a tie. The Baltimore at the line, set to get going. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the post started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded category, and they're hungry for a win today.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Fields. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The Ravens are down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit, because it was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at the edge of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Fields. And incomplete on the deep ball. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And that will be incomplete as well. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. A good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Get a look at this offense led by Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. Hasn't had his best day to this point. Second quarter, they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on them. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. To throw again on second down, Allen. And again, he'll get it to Fitzgerald. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard. It'll be 7 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields, and he whips that one incomplete there. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletion. To throw is Fields. Dancing to his left. Boy, he almost did that himself, but he's about a foot or 2 short. Now the Steelers use the first timeouts. Come with 30 ticks to go in half number 1. Hunter Scott here as he gets this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin him back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Sets up the screen to Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. A gain of 6 there on first. So we're at halftime here in Ann Arbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Steelers in that first half. And they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it? Or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for the Ravens, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they're going to have a third down. Here's Fields. This is Smith with a grab. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely, because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fields. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down, here's Barkley. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one.
And I think the ball's out.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Now Allen. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll run on first down. Gordon powers through. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Someone moved, flag is out, that's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Allen. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Adafe Owe gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Well, this offense has already been forced to settle for field goals on their drives earlier, so this is not a welcome sign here.
Indeed, it is not, and they certainly hope it's not a sign for the entire game because they know they've got to be able to sustain drives all the way through. Pick up those guys rushing the quarterback and give himself...
Allen hit. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Justin Houston in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Here's Fields. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
On second down, Gordon once more. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Jalen Holmes in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. And that'll set them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Allen going to throw. Going up top for Kupp. And that almost intercepted. They would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On first down, Fields. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens' 23. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. These two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And it's caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Cooper Kupp with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is absolutely a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare as well, because they spend all week preaching about the need to wrap up and make sure tackles, but what a letdown here, and it winds up costing them big, big yardage.
He'll get this one to Galladay, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
A tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now it's Fields. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Kobe Parkinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Allen. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Robert Quinn in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And Allen will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. A big play there on the keeper. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon going left. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now Allen. And that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
One play action. Fields. And his throw is incomplete. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
On 1st down, it's Fields. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Play action. It's Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3rd and long. It's Fields. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Allen to throw it. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From midfield, here's Allen. Uses the stiff arm. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Now left side on the swing pass. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Going for the deep ball. And this one dropped in the end zone. It looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's fourth down.
That means it's just one last chance.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll go to Barkley again, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 42nd mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win. Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game. So for the Ravens, the win here in Week 18 gives them a pivotal 11th win on the year, running their final mark to 11-6. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it could be a potentially devastating loss as they finish with a mark of 9-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure.